G'day guys, the podcast this week is brought to you by Bloke and a Buck Beer, the best beer going around. And the one that we have decided for this week is the Midi.
Yeah, we're back again with the Midi.
We're back with the Midi because they're not feeling like full-strength blokes once again. We're mid-strength blokes.
Sometimes you want a full-strength bloke down your throat, sometimes you want a mid-strength bloke. Now, I'm coming off the back of a bit of sickness, so I'm going to ease myself into it. It's a bit later in the week than usual. I'm easing myself into the weekend with a mid-strength bloke.
Yeah, look, it is Wednesday, so I'm going off the whole idea that, hey, it's almost the weekend, and I don't want to start too hard, so I sort of want to ease myself into this weekend. So the best way to do it is by getting a mid-strength bloke down my throat. Now, the beauty of the mid-strength bloke is it is out in Queensland in all liquor legends at the moment, so just to name a few, we've got the Black Sheep bottle shops, including Everton Hills, Newmarket, and The Gap, as well as St. Lucia, have the mid-strength bloke. And the greatest suburb in the world, Ashgrove, has it at Liquor Legends as well. Das, we're a couple that you...
Well, you're simply forgetting the best pub in all of Australia, the Caxton Hotel, where we're coming to you live from. Now, the other thing is all these places also have the full-strength bloke, so you're literally sport for choice.
Exactly. Now, if you're a coward and you're not from Queensland, all you need to do is go to blokeandabar.com, put in your postal address, or your postcode if you don't want Denon to know where you live, understandable, and you'll be able to find where your nearest stockist is. And if they don't have it, go down to your local bottler and say, wake the fuck up to yourselves and go get Bloke in a Bar.
It's that easy.
Head to blokeandabar.com. I already like the name of this.
Yeah.
The band and the song.
This is Band of the Week. This is Sunday Sesh. Their song Tactical Vomit.
That's great.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome back, bitches.
It's a banger.
It's a fucking tune.
Happy Friday.
Happy fucking Friday.
Tell you what, we've had some good Band of the Weeks the last couple of weeks.
We have, we really have.
Just waiting for this.
Yeah, fucking
If that doesn't make you want to drink a beer, I don't know what will.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome back to On the Piss of Klutz and Das. We have some special guests from the new Caxton Collective in Andy and Connor. How are we, boys?
Mate, fucking fantastic. Happy to be here.
Mate, the After Party podcast is the hottest podcast in the Caxton, I think. Yeah,
Mate, we're
easily
a lot better looking than ours.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're trying to bring the grub back into the footy conversation a little bit more.
Yeah,
it's just not spoken about enough. We need to fucking rev it up a bit more, get gross, because that's really what the sport's about.
Yeah, it really is. People need to know that rugby, at its soul, is grubby.
At the crux of it.
At the crux of it. That's a great way of putting it, Das. Fucking
a wordsmith.
Exactly.
Now, boys, before we kick off any further, I'm just going to say, first of all, to all our listeners, sorry that we're late with the sports podcast. We'll get to that later. I've been sick as fuck this week, but we're very proud to announce a new sponsor of this week's podcast, Vibe Culture.
Vibe Culture, yes!
Welcome.
Fucking oath, welcome.
Now, I've been getting stuck into their wake up blend since basically last week when it rocked up, and I tell you what, it's pulled me out of this sickness pretty quick smart.
I was going to say, you were sick on like Sunday night and now you're like good again.
Yeah, Wednesday and I'm back at the Caxton. I had beers Saturday and Sunday night as well for the Origins. So, yeah, I tell you what, it's worked its magic this week and we're pretty pumped to have the guys on board.
Exactly. I'm pretty keen to rip into it because, my God, I needed it last week. But basically, a couple of things here. It's Japanese herbs that are anti-inflammatory and help reduce your hangovers. There's also some BCAAs if you're a science person. I don't know.
Branch chain amino acids for those out there that were wondering.
That's so sick. You're so smart,
Thanks,
man.
dude, yeah.
That's to reduce your muscle fatigue. And there's rhodiola rosea.
I was waiting for you to try and pronounce that
brain function and reduce stress.
That looks like a fucking wine.
Yeah. So shout out to the guys for getting behind us. It's crash-free energy. It'll help you get over your hangovers. Take it first thing in the morning. And if you want to jump on board and support Vibe Culture, use our code BBB10, which will get you, I can't remember, $10 off your first order.
We're really good at this, as you can tell. But yeah, thanks once again, Vibe Culture, for getting on board with us. Yeah, as I
Means a
said, I
lot.
definitely needed it last week, so I'll be using it this weekend
Yeah.
for sure.
Get a couple of Japanese herbs. In there.
It's perfect how
Yeah.
you have like an alcohol sponsor and then afterwards,
Exactly.
Yeah,
you got the
exactly.
barcodes.
It's-
We're
Yeah.
looking
Before
at
and
good
full
after.
circle.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Literally
Like,
every sponsor that we've ever had improves our listeners' lives. So
yeah.
I can't wait. I haven't seen Clutzy since we got this. So he hasn't had it yet. I'm pretty keen for him to try it on the weekend and stress test it a little bit. So
Yeah,
He's
fucking
got-
oath.
tune in next week.
Bloody oath. Fellas, how are our weekends?
Mate, I had a big fucking weekend actually.
Yeah.
I decided to bring my talents back to the University of Queensland Rugby Club,
Yeah,
your
lovely.
favourite. And
yeah.
mate, I've decided that I'm completely fucking done with ever having a crack again. So no, not post. I'm saying as in like actually having a crack. So like I just
Yeah.
went down to training halfway through the season, and I think that's a little tip that any battler can really fucking take on.
Yeah.
Skip fucking preseason, mate. It's dog
yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Skip the whole first half. Fuck it. Just come in halfway. They'll have you. They always will. They need
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
And then you just fucking come through, play 8 games like a school season, live it
Yeah.
up, get the rep, and get out.
Yeah,
That's good.
Still
Injuries are
gets-
aplenty by halfway through the season.
I was going to say, surely there'll be injuries as well, and you'll get to go away on the end of season trip.
Yeah,
exactly.
But then I went down to West on the weekend playing
Yeah.
fucking 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And the whole week, like, talks of the club are always like, get Maroney in the front row. And I'm like,
no.
suck my fucking ball bag, no way. I already have no neck. I'm not trying to look like a crumpled Coke can. So then I'm like, fuck this. So they're telling me all week, you're playing 7. And then I'm about to run out. And do you know Mungers? Fucking James Houston. He's my coach. He used to
Yeah,
get on the
right.
piss with him all the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm running on the field and he goes, you're at hooker. And I'm like, oh, you cunt. So then I'm packing down against fucking HT 400, mate.
Oh, no.
So for those who don't know, Hunter Thomas, arguably the most experienced hooker in club rugby history.
How was that?
He's played 1 million games, some say.
Yeah.
And mate, I just was going backwards. Like, fuck, I was on the treadmill and I think my C5 is fucking gone.
Yeah, right.
How was the post-match celebration though?
Mate, absolutely headbutted beers, a few glass sambos all night. Spent $700.
Oh my god!
I don't even know how, mate. Like I
What,
sold
bro?
my car recently and I'm acting like I'm
Cashed
fucking
up.
Dan Bilzerian, but I've really got like 4
Yeah.
grand and so I'm just fucking
as
woke
fuck.
up wanting to fucking kill myself.
Yeah, fuck. That's mental,
That's
man.
so grim. Sounds like a good weekend though.
Yeah.
How'd you pull up after the game day, after the post game celebrations?
I felt like I'd been hit by a fucking Toyota Yaris. It was horrific,
I
mate.
think
I was so sore.
Connor was saying before that he felt like he needed a body pillow. So if you know what that
Oh,
is,
100%.
he'll know what sort of state he's in.
Hentai body pillow. Like I just needed a fucking hug after fucking the weekend I had.
What about you, Clutzy?
Mate, didn't get up to too much. What did I do? Friday, caught up with you and a few other boys for a beer at the Newie, which is
Yeah.
good. Had a nice chilled night there. Saturday night, we had Sammy Joseph, one of our good mates. Him and 2 of his brothers, one of his brother's mates, and another mate of ours, Handsome Tim, have decided to
Start a band.
called Splump.
Fuck, we should have made them band of the week.
Yeah, I was going to
Should've.
say.
Yeah.
Right.
Next
Which is
week.
so funny. So,
Splump.
Yeah, called Splump.
What the fuck's a Splump?
And then,
Yeah.
Bro, do you remember there was like this kid show that there used to be these like fluffy, colourful fucking fat things.
Like
that used to
Yabba
float-
Doo or something?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah. How do I
They
know
literally
that?
got the Yabba Dabba, whatever it was. They got
Yeah.
those little bodies and put their heads on it as their like promotional thing. And then they come running out.
Genius.
And they've got
Is
like...
that copyright or something?
I don't know, bro.
Surely.
I tell you what, if people are fucking deep diving for them, they're really desperate in the
Yeah.
music industry.
I feel like if you watch that show, you fucking definitely own a body pillow.
Connor's
But,
favourite show.
But yeah, they came out in like these turtlenecks and shit and played some songs and it was fucking sick. Or at Welcome to Bowen.
What's the genre? Is it like rock
Dude,
or?
they just like
They did a
sing
few
whatever.
covers and
They do
stuff.
covers and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But like Sammy, I'm pretty sure only picked up like guitar and keyboard and shit maybe 18 months ago, if
Yeah.
that. And he's just
Fuck yeah.
enjoying it, man. They
Dude,
just started.
he's sick as well.
Yeah,
it was
so-
weird. Oh, you didn't come to Stratty, hey? When we were at Stratty,
Nah.
it was probably like 20 people that went on the Stratty trip. We all had
Yeah.
like, there was like 3 or 4 different houses, and we're over at their house one night, and it had like a piano downstairs. And our mate Tim is like awesome at piano, and the house I was in like got there a bit late. I think we'd been at like at the pub or something, and then gone home and like had a shower, and then gone back to their place. By this stage we get there, we're all like fucking blind as, and we walk in, and Tim's playing the piano, and everyone's just standing around singing Adele or what's the song they did it with Hillary. on Saturday.
Oh,
I can't think what it's called.
Fuck, I forgot.
No, it's Lady Gaga.
My mum.
Nah, the one from the movie. Yeah. So we all walked into this house like blind eyes, and then there's probably 15 of our mates just standing in a circle singing that song while one person's playing on piano.
Bro, that is legit
weird.
the biggest That's almost worth learning to play the piano. If you go to
100%.
kick-ons and there's a piano, you're the fucking
just
coolest
play
dude.
Yeah, dude.
And it's way better than a guitar. Like
It's so much cooler.
But
yeah.
also, Tim isn't the kind of guy that can play like one song. You'll like play him a song on Spotify, and he'll be like,
Dude, his dad's...
Oh yeah,
That's
sweet,
sick.
and then he just plays it.
Is he hot?
Fuck
Yeah,
no.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate. And even if you're
smart.
not, you're
So
automatically
hot.
hot after
He's
that.
so
So
smart.
smart.
Yeah.
His old
Bought a
man's
house.
a,
Like he's just
his old man's like a music composer in Germany.
yeah. He composes for Walt Disney and
Get
shit.
fucked.
Yeah, and he's like mates with like Hans Zimmer and shit, dude.
What's
So,
wrong
like,
with Tim? What's the worst thing about
Nothing.
Tim?
Nothing. He's
He's
literally-
got me a fight.
He's also one of the best blokes in
Yeah,
the
he's
world.
literally the nicest, best dude. So
Fuck you, Tim.
it's literally like, yeah, so
not
he's called
fair.
Handsome
Got
Tim
it
for
all.
a reason.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he hates being called it because he feels
He's
so
humble. He's a
hot.
great guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it must be nice, huh?
Yeah,
I know.
he's taken for the ladies out there listening.
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly. Take him like for a long time as well.
Not
Yeah.
for the blokes, but
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Yeah,
Was it good Saturday?
yeah, it was fucking sick. And
Yeah.
then we went back for,
Nice, dude.
fuck, almost
Bit of
yacked
bloke.
the first bit. Yeah, it's a bit of bloke. Out of my
Bit of
throat.
bloke stuck in your throat.
Went back and had some drinks back at fucking Sammy and Smoot's place. And we were having a debate. Is it quicker to like walk from Welcome to Bowen to, you know, that bottle shop down the bottom of the Valley Mall?
Yeah.
Right on the corner
Oh
there.
yeah,
yeah.
Where all there's always like a strip club girl like handing out flyers.
Yeah. So we were trying to debate whether it's quicker to walk there or get an Uber. So a few of us started walking. It was like 15 minutes or something. Basically get there and then Hurdy calls up. He goes, Ash caved. We've got 3 cartons of piss that they can't sell at Bowen for free.
bang.
And I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was halfway back in the Uber and I was like, hang on. 3 cartons
cases,
they can't sell.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
like
it's-
some
it's like
date. Yeah, like fucking
Bro,
Bullet
rock
Pale
up.
Ale or some shit.
First drink
Tastes
given
like
to
green
me.
ants.
Southern Comfort and Peach cans.
Yeah.
It was not as bad as I thought it was. It was the best out of the bunch. Then there was Aperol Spritz in a bottle, but it was just like drinking bitters. And then there was so I took a sip of that because I was
Like
sick of
pre-mix
the
Aperol.
Yeah,
Just the
right.
red like
just
fucking-
red.
Ah, bro.
It was so shit, man. It was so
Yeah, it
shit.
tastes like soap. I've actually tried that. It tastes like hand soap.
It's
tastes like
so
red.
shit.
Hand soap
I,
and fucking SoCo.
Yeah.
Sounds
I took a
sick.
sip and then I was like, oh, I'm going to have a piss. Went outside and as I was peeing, just poured the bottle out and I was like, oh yeah, finish that. Oh, I'm going to go back to the Southern Comforts.
Yeah.
And then the last one was these little fucking cans, like a 250ml can, 8% fucking smoky whiskey and cola. And I had a sip.
dude.
Heard he like cracks it open. He goes, bro, can you please have a sip of this? And I cracked it open, smelt it and just went, "Bleh." And he's like, oh no. And he's like drinking it. And he's like, it's not too bad. And then like, not long afterwards, I just see him sitting there just like,
You cunts would have been so.
So what? Does he know the guy that works there or
yeah,
something?
one of our mates is
okay,
a
yeah.
venue manager. And, but they just had all this piss they haven't been able to sell for like,
Legally, they can't sell it. Like it's like
You
banned.
can, like, fill your
It's out of
car up
date.
with that
Yeah.
shit, dude.
That's disgusting.
fuck. So I was like,
I'm,
ripping
I'm like
Piss is piss as
behind.
well.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I'm
Even
kind of at
if
the
the
point where
borders are closed, that's huge.
yeah, I guess for sure. But like, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if I don't want to fucking drink it anymore, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that as well. I've got like heaps of like craft beer cans that I've just acquired over the days in my cupboard, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to drink them.
Yeah.
I'm also not going to
Fridge,
throw
bro.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
But
Like you buy a 4-pack and drink one, like that tastes like shit. It's going
think,
to sit in my cupboard for 4 years.
I think the highlight of kick-ons, it was fucking hilarious. Few of us got Uber Eats Maccas, and good mate, the man who started the QP,
Tom Stranks.
Tom Stranks was there. Like his Maccas had rocked up, he'd eaten it, and then mine came a bit later.
For these boys and any new listeners listening, we used to do this thing in our group. It was like took off at one stage called the QP.
Yeah, the QP.
Where you
quarter pounder.
Yeah, you send someone a quarter pounder on
door.
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this poor dude in our group copped like 15 in one night. It was so fun.
So
What
funny.
do you mean, poor bloke?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, come around and grab them if you want them. I went round there and he's sitting at his front door waiting. He had like 15 bags of Uber Eats.
Yeah.
It was all just quarter pounders.
Yeah.
But like the QP got a bit out of hand. Like
Yeah.
Stranks, he'll cop it. He'll sometimes get it and it'll It'll rock up. It'll be a quarter pounder, and then he'll open it up, and it's like a slice of cheese.
Yeah, or just
It's like,
onions. Yeah.
no bun, no meat, no it's
Yeah.
just like a slice of cheese.
Yeah.
Someone's paid like $10 to send him a slice of cheese.
Mate,
fucking
if
hilarious.
I can make a little PSA, fucking 705/9 Machinery Street, fucking Bowen Hills.
Oh my
Bloody
God.
Brilliant Beers, fans, fucking.
I don't know if you how many fucking weird cunts
Is that a
this
smart
podcast do.
Okay. If it comes to the QP, I'll fucking sit down with you.
Jesus
and eat it.
Christ, that's
Roll the dice on
terrifying.
that one.
So,
I would
Yeah.
not be saying my address on this podcast.
but yeah, fucking. So anyway, he's had his thing. Mine's rocked up. I've got a Big Mac meal and a cheeseburger, and he looks in and he just goes, "Clutzy, can I feed you your Maccas?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, I got like a Big Mac. It's pretty messy." And he goes, "Oh man, I really want to feed you some Maccas." I was like, "Oh, I got a cheeseburger." He's like, "Yeah, man, can I please feed you it?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, dude, like whatever." And I was like, "Fuck!" Like just the look on his face, I was like, "I can't say no to those puppy eyes." And he's just fucking sitting there. He's got my fucking cheeseburger, and he's just going like this, just going like, and then I just go like. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's fucking sick." And I could smell like the durries on his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like so blind. I was just like, "Oh yeah."
Can you imagine it?
And he's just like, "Yeah, it was a good boy. Eat up, eat up." And
Can you
I was
imagine
like, "Yeah."
a bystander walking past you, all drinking like pre-mixed Aperol, like 8% whiskey, feeding each other Maccas?
And then he
like,
I think Hurdy walked in as he saw this, and he's like, "Do you reckon you can fit the rest of this in your mouth, like in one bite?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." He's like, "Oh fuck yeah." He's like, "I'll just spin it around and you just keep shoving it in." I was like, "Okay." So he's just like, there was like 3/4 of a cheeseburger left, and he's just gone like boom, and I've gone, and he's just like progressively like putting it further and further into my
That is so
mouth.
fucked.
And Hurdy's just there, and he's just like. The fuck you two doing? Later on in the night, though, one of our mates, Steph, she was like MVP, most blind. She'd come from her boyfriend's fucking
the photo you put up on her on of Instagram was
Bro,
so
I've
funny.
got videos that I'm going to be progressively putting up on my story over the next few weeks of her, because Stranksy asked if he could feed her. It was like a McChicken, and they were just like, it was so fuck, like the pure joy on his face, him just feeding this chick Maccas.
How cooked was he?
Bro, he was just like, he just had a few drinks, but he just loves
couple of-
Couple of Aperols.
Has he done that before? Is that like his move?
yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
wants to feed.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
strictly
fucking
kick-ons, or is that could he do it just at
No,
lunch?
like he'll just do it normally. Like we'll get Snapchat videos of like Hurdy lives with him, and Hurdy will get like a nugget or something, and he'll dip it in some sweet and sour sauce. Stranksy will be at home on the computer working, and he'll just go, "Tommy," and he'll come in and he goes, "Ooh, yummy." And just like feeds him, and he's like, "Oh, yum."
He's a
It's
menace.
so
He's an
funny,
absolute
He's
man.
gonna be a great dad one day.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking oath, but
He's
I've
gonna
just
love
got,
that.
I've got all these videos of just him and Steph just like feeding each other Maccas, and it's so fucking funny.
That's so odd.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like the wackest Saturday night ever.
I was pretty scared. And then Sunday, fuck, I think I played a bit of Xbox, and then
Watch Queensland get pumped.
watched the game of footy for a bit. Didn't really mean much,
Shit
but
house. I
Yeah.
I actually have a funny question for everyone. I went to a first birthday party on the weekend, and it was actually sick. Like I was like, we went to the parents' house for beers after, which was obviously the fun part.
yeah.
Also, side note, this kid got so spoiled. You know those little like battery powered cars you get?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He got that, but it was a Mercedes. Like that's fucking mad.
Oh, what?
Well, he can get in it like
Yeah,
the small.
and
Yeah,
it's got a pedal and a wheel and shit. I was like, that's sick. And then his grandma was like, oh, I can't remember who got it for him. And then anyway, someone else was like, we were going to get him the same thing. It was his grandma. We were going to get him the same thing, but then we found out that they were getting him that, so we got him something else. I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Go back to their house later, and there's a jumping castle in the backyard.
Oh,
so they just
what?
bought him a jumping castle. I was like, holy
like
fuck.
not hired, like bought
No,
it.
bought, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
it's yours.
like from Target.
Staying
Yeah,
there.
it was pretty funny. We were like having beers, and because all the kids went to bed, we were having beers, and I was like, how many beers do we need till the jumping castle gets flicked back on? But it didn't, thankfully.
Yeah.
But
Fucking hell.
we're really good friends with the couple whose kid it was, and they had all their friends there, and we didn't really know anyone else. We're like sitting around a fire pit in their backyard drinking, and somehow we just started like telling stories. And my missus just goes, "Oh, that's like the time when." So never met any of these people. It's like the time when Das went out and got fucking so blind, and then ordered Uber Eats on the train home, and got home and it wasn't here, so he just slept on the front steps on the bricks instead of going inside. And the Uber Eats driver had to wake him up, and I was like, "What the fuck? How is that like this? Can you not do that in front of people?" So
It's so fair.
I was wondering if you guys had any stories where you've just been absolutely thrown under the bus. Because I was like, oh, is that how we're going to fucking play this night out, is it?
Oh, dude, I reckon there's something out there. I can't think of it on the spot.
I remember one time we came back from Bali, and my mate, like we was telling his parents like the story of us in Bali. Like, you don't fucking do that. We're in Bali.
What happens on tour stays on tour.
With 20 boys.
Yeah.
So it's obviously ridiculous. And he's like, and I was like joking, like, oh, remember you couldn't find your wallet for like 3 days? And he was like, yeah, remember you didn't like sleep for 4 days? And I was like,
oh, dude.
Bro, your dad's like, he's like, oh, it's just up on the beers for 4 days. Like,
crazy, man.
Fuck it hell. I haven't had anything like that. I think. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think someone's threw me under the bus for something at schoolies ages ago, and Dad was just like,
I feel like you have no shame though, so it's
yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like, I just sort
and
of.
same with me. I was like, I don't. Really
you're the one telling the story about
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't, like,
I was like, well, if you're gonna tell it, let me tell it from the start.
Yeah. So the thing is, now it's just like I don't really like give a fuck about what you think about me because I couldn't give two fucks about who you are.
Yeah.
It's like,
I've already said everything I possibly could live to 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like,
so if you're still gonna get angry at me about having my underwear on in the fucking shower, go fuck yourself. It's content. I'm not getting my little cock up for you. Yeah, but that's about it. But yeah, fuck. Otherwise,
I didn't get up to too much else.
I
started feeling sick on Sunday, so that was about it. I did something on Sunday really productive. Oh, wash my car. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge.
full vacuum as well.
Full vacuum.
Yeah, that's a proper one.
Bought this shit from Bunnings. It's like you connect the hose to the back of it and you spray it on your car. It like builds up a foam.
Yeah, right.
Rinse it off.
It's like professional.
Yeah, it's only $10 as well. I was really recommend it. Not an ad. not a paid plug there either. Don't even know what it's fucking called, so hope that helps.
One thing I was gonna bring up last week, I was at TAFE. Now, what an experience that was.
Mate,
I think I spoke about it last week. It was like my first block, man. Fuck, it was so scary.
How long are you at TAFE for?
You got to do, I think it's in total like 40 or 80 units or some shit like that. Right. So basically it's like 8 weeks of TAFE all up or something like that. But bro, like it was so funny. On the Thursday, they had school-based apprentices come in, or it might have been the Wednesday. So they had these like school-based apprentices in there. And they were just like little lads, and just like you could just tell they just did not give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, dude. Look, I feel like fucking TAFE is just like in my head. It's Summer Heights High or some shit.
Bro, the guy said
absolute idiots.
The dude we had on the Friday the week before, he goes to us. He's like, "Cert 3 in plumbing. I'll give you a bit of a rundown about the course." And he's just up the front. He just goes, "Open up."
Is that your mate? Fucking
and he's like, that is a Cert 3 in plumbing. We fucking spoon feed you boys here.
Yeah. This should be pretty easy for me then.
Yeah.
I spent the entire of the weekend getting spoon fed.
Exactly.
Also, you could have just said that. Like, demonstrated too.
We get it.
Cheers, Phil.
We're dumb.
I'm at TAFE, but I can understand you if you tell me. Like,
Oh, man, it was
We're plumbers, we're not sparkies.
it was funny as fuck. But when the little fellas were there, the school-based guys, I had to go take a shit. And I've like,
Fuck, poor bloke.
Shit or a piss, I can't remember. Anyway, I've gone into the toilet.
Not important.
And there's like there's one of them standing there, or one of them had just come out. There's another one standing there. And I was like, oh, there's a bit of a line up here. And I was like, oh, a bit of a line up for the shitter, eh? And then it didn't process to me, but I looked up. The toilet door was open because the urinals were not operational, which I found really weird in a plumbing department. But anyway, they had me fixed for 3 days.
that's it. That's your first piece of assessment in there.
Ignore the job.
Yeah, I was like, I legit thought, I was like, they're going to make us fucking do some shit. I don't know. But anyway, the toilet door's open. And I could see pants up and feet, but it didn't process to me as I'm saying, oh, yeah, there's a line for the shitter. And I was like, hey, what's going on here? And this dude's just got up and he's like, oh, it's like looking petrified. Fucking closed all the windows and he's vaping in there because TAFE campuses are a no smoking thing. Yeah. And I started laughing and I was like, just fucking do it outside, bro. They're not going to fucking rinse you. Like,
not going to lie.
Bardo from Jeeps is your fucking teacher and he's not going to rinse you. I've seen that cunt do a lot worse.
I'm gonna whip the hand up and actually jump on this fella's side because I reckon if you asked anybody in my work fucking team like about me, the first thing they'd say is like he must have like bowel cancer or something because I'm up 9 times a day going to the toilet and just fucking flicking the phone away and just fucking scorching my lungs, getting ready for 3rd grade on the weekend.
That's so fucked.
Mate, like,
just go outside, you grow up.
No, but you know, like I'm in a building, like in the city. It's not like I'm fucking walking out the back of the site and having a quick chuff.
Yeah,
it's like I either do it at my desk and really offend cunts.
I can't remember if I spoke about this on the podcast, but we had a bloke from my work up from Melbourne or up from Sydney, and he was sitting like opposite me, but like one across, and I was on a call, had like my headphones in. And I just see this smoke. I was like, holy fuck, his computer's on fire. And I look over and we're like full corporate office, like massive open plan corporate office. He's just sitting there like slumped back in his chair, just vaping at his desk. I was like, you cannot fucking vape.
I feel like it's chill now. It's almost like happening so much. Like people do it in my office.
Gonna like reverse, and it's gonna be like we can like vape on airplanes and shit.
But you know what's fucked though? Like, Darcy and I don't smoke or anything, but look, a lot of our mates have got on the vapes and chat over over in our group chats on the weekend. I think it was 2 of the boys were just like, I had to throw my vape away because it started like
crackling,
hissing and crackling.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
didn't want it to blow up.
They're like, and like, I had to look into it, and it's like all these cases of vapes blowing up in people's faces when they suck a bit too hard.
Mate, look, I say it happens.
Shit's fucked, bro.
It's a risk. Mate, it's like the beers in your fucking cupboard. You know what I mean? Like every now and then, you're gonna get a stray beer that fucking sucks. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like it's not like it's gonna be the beers that suck, but the beers aren't gonna kill me. Like,
mate,
a bigger scale. It's gonna take like shit and pour it down the sink.
How many blokes do you know that have been killed by a vape?
Yeah,
I'll probably be the first.
More than drinking beers, dude. Yeah. It's kind of like
Probably.
lung cancer and smoking. Like it sucks, but it happens.
You just did life's a beach. And the worst thing that I hate is that the other day I was fucking doing my thing, and then go sit back down at the computer, and then this cunt comes up to me like that I work with. You know, you get some like dicey dudes you work with, and you're like, little nod in the morning, but that's it. Comes up to me, he goes like, wait, can I borrow it? And like, to be fair, like I'll hand mine out to a fucking whole footy team in a night. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that. But like in the toilet, like I don't really want like if you're fucking wiping and fucking sticking it in my peach ice. You know what I mean?
I didn't think of that.
No, thank you.
My Southern Comfort peach ice.
Also, that guy knows that you've been shitting with that vape. And he's like,
So he's obviously a fucking weirdo.
yeah, he's like, I don't mind, dude.
It's not ideal, but we got to do what we can.
Maybe it's a way of making friends at work for the big fella.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's
Anyone like
caring.
Aperol Spritz?
Yeah, God, I never want to drink that shit again.
Fuck that. I hate it. Tastes
It's
like
so
shit.
gross. Fuck. I think there's might be a good time now. There's something that we haven't done for a while. A long time. That we're looking to bring back. Suburb of the week.
Welcome back, baby.
And we've got a spectacularly overrated place.
Yeah.
As our suburb of the week.
Also, people kept requesting all these shit places, which is funny, but like it's not funny if we don't know about it. So places like Woodbridge, I know it's shit, but I couldn't tell you anything about it, so we probably won't do that.
There's like something I know about Woodbridge that I saw as a fucking 17-year-old, but I don't really want to get cancelled and like have the same thing that happened to other podcasts. Because I'm not really good at apologies. Anyway,
we're doing our best to get cancelled. We're also shit at apologies.
So with that, I think it's possibly the most overrated place in southeast Queensland, and that would be Noosa.
Fucking oath.
Noosa.
The thing
This is interesting because you have a Noosa local right here.
Oh, really?
5, 6, 7 motherfuckers.
Well, dude, why do you guys have so much smoke blown up your asses?
Yeah. Also, why do you now live in Brisbane?
So I'm from Brisbane, grew up in Milton, but recently within the last like 2 months, I've moved up back home to Sunshine Beach. Same postcode as Noosa.
I don't know if that counts. Sunshine Beach is way better than Noosa.
Sunshine Beach.
Yeah, but that's I got the best of both. Like I can just go back to Sunshine Beach. I'd have 20 dudes and like Ralph Lauren's in my face, and then if I want to go down, there's heaps of shit.
Because that's going to be something I was going to say. I was like, why would you fucking live at Noosa when you can just live at Sunshine Beach and it's way better?
Yeah,
exactly.
Or live at Caloundra, which is closer and not shit.
But I'm in the sphere. You know, I can tell you, you know, whatever gripes you have with it, I can try and settle it or agree with it if.
I just think that it is so like the beach, man, is so overpopulated in summer, and it's like just this little pocket, and it's like all these fucking cool cabanas and shit everywhere, and it's like, hey, I just want to go and have some peace on the beach. I want my own little spot of sand.
I want to be able to get a car park, maybe.
Yeah, mate, that's what I was
the car park's not a thing. Yeah,
the car parking is absolutely risky.
If you ever want to go on a hiking holiday, just stay at Noosa and park. Fucking try and get the closest park possible to the beach. You have to hike to get to the fucking beach.
And speaking of fucking hiking, cunt, the whole way growing up, it was always the spot to go at New Year's. Like, we're going to Noosa at New Year's, fucking brilliant. Yeah, great, fantastic.
See, I never got on that train.
You would fucking hike up and be like, oh, let's go to the fucking boiling pot or boiling pot or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
In the national park.
Let's try fucking flirt with death today. Like, fuck
See,
off.
that
like,
is one of the funnest shits to do. Like, that was the best.
Bro, it was good, but there was also some fucking dicey moments down there, like where I was like, look, I didn't really want fucking barnacles under my eyelids today. Like, it's fucking terrifying.
No, exactly. I think as well, everything's so expensive, and it's just like regular food.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like whenever people go is when it sounds obvious, but that's when everyone goes. So like when you might be there, it's like 10,000 people in like this 2-block area. It's just not a thing. Like it's almost too good for its own good.
Yeah.
That now there's like everyone wants to be there, so it's shit.
We
like you
literally
can't do anything.
I got King Head in Noosa.
What?
Yeah.
You did?
Did you guys ever go to like fucking Noosa at New Year's and shit?
Never.
It was wild.
So basically, bro, like when you're in school, it is the fucking UFC, dude. You train for 11 and a half months of the year to go punch on with the locals, and they basically would just every single year, like they're like, okay, we've got the fucking city cunts coming through, and then fucking you get into the beach, everyone's macking on at midnight trying to find whatever they can, and then afterwards it's just fucking like the Game of
Dude,
Thrones.
it was insane. You just get in a big circle. These two dudes would just like meet in the middle, and then it's like, next one up, take him out. Like it's just rolling balls.
Dude, it was horrific. Like, it was like Saving Private Ryan one night. Like, it was like bodies were dropping, and bro, like there was a dude from Nudgee. I can't say his name, can I? Nah, fuck him. Anywho, but yeah, just like was just rinsing out, like. So I just decided to get into the mints and just got my poo pushed in.
Dude, it was like, there was one time like a scene from like 300, because at that point there was more Brisbane kids than Noosa kids. So there was like these Noosa locals who were like the Spartans. There was like maybe 15, and then there was just like 400 Brisbane kids just like charging them down. They're like, retreat. Like, there's nothing they could do. There was 400 fucking Brisbane kids.
One of our mates got fucking like, I can't say his name because he's a fucking professional footy player, but said he was like squaring up with one of the locals, and he was standing there. He's like, oh, I've easily got this guy standing there, and then this dude just spinning back kicks him. It was like nuts, dude. The beach was fucked.
That's cooked.
We were up there recently. We went out to breakfast, and we were with another couple, and I can't remember what they got, but like just normal amount of breakfast food, and then went up to pay, and it was like $87.
Yeah.
And old mate paid and came back and was like, fuck, that was $87. That can't be right. Went back to the guy and was like, hey mate, I just want to double check. Do you have a receipt? Because like that was really expensive. And the guy literally didn't even look at like his pos, just looked at him and went, that's no surprises. And was like, okay, I guess we'll just cop that then.
So shit, man. Like it's just like, I forgot where we went when I went up there the first time. We had breakfast there. It's like, this is a nice view, but it's like, fuck me, like, how can you spin a yarn of a
$19 latte,
like eggs Benny being like fucking $35?
Yeah.
Well, let's give it some fucking posies, some positives as well. Fucking up the top of the hill, Koala Bar will always treat you well. It's a good night out if you fucking happen to be there.
That place is
never made it there.
So gross. What are you talking about?
It's fucking fun.
Remember when it had like the only Betty's burger in Australia? People used to like drive to fucking Noosa just to get a burger.
That was the original Betty's. Yeah.
Because it's like a little bit overrated, the old Betty's burger.
It's good.
It's not going to drive 2 hours.
It's good, but like, you're right.
It's like, as you were saying before, fucking the old Moss burger.
Yeah.
It's like pretty fucking good when you're eating it. Doesn't fill you up.
Just drive to Caboolture and get KFC. Save yourself the drive.
I agree.
The grill there, I remember when it opened up, got in it was fucked. They had to like keep some of the food and shit in the fridge. Or like the fridges were struggling so much because they didn't design it properly. So like, the sun was beating down on the dress bench and heating everything up.
Oh,
and,
lovely.
Like, fucking up the fridges and stuff. So, like, products was fucked. Everything was fucked. Like, people are trying to sit there and enjoy a burger and they're just getting fucking pounded with sun.
The new boiling pot.
yeah.
Grilled.
I just
fucking
remember
tracks.
because we never stayed. Whenever we stayed there, we never stayed like on Hastings Street. And when I was little, like in high school, and used to like surf all day and shit, and you walk back to the accommodation, just had the worst chafe. Like after a week, after a week at Noosa, your legs are like fucking sandpaper.
And the
like,
feet just ripped up. Like
so
Noosa River, like we had a look down around the Noosa River bit. That looks alright.
Bro, we used to go
stay down there. But like the whole, like the main bit of Noosa, man, is
Hastings
just
Street,
Hastings Street. It's just fucked, man. It's just
the river's sick.
Way
like,
too much going on.
So you got those
we
like
used to do
the boats.
No, yeah. So there used to be these bridges where we would jump off, and it would just be like we were like 14, and so it was just like escalating. Like, all right, he went off
the most
backwards.
gnarly shit.
Yeah, he went off naked, and then probably the most hectic thing we ended up doing is like this boat. They had like metal roofs. It was like a little like they would take tourists out like maybe 10-seater boat.
Pontoons on the motors and put like a roof on.
Yeah.
So we would like jump off onto their boat while they're like, dude, get the fuck off, get the fuck off. Like, on the roof, like they're freaking out. Like it was maybe like a 5-meter drop to the water, so it'd be 2-meter drop to the metal. Like
You think it's like a
that's what
fucking
sucks
suicide?
as well. Like that's probably the worst part about Noosa is like the fucking like kids that are up there. They just go fucking
ratbags.
feral about everything
Oh,
up there.
dude.
It's just like you just see them motoring around like fuck.
Ready to punch on, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was like such an
Chill out.
underbelly.
Dude,
of
it's
Noosa.
like Fight Club.
Yeah, it's
Dude, you know
Lygon
like
Street
where the
in Melbourne.
7-Eleven is?
Yeah.
So like right that bus stop there, ironically, it's like backs onto the police station.
Yeah.
We would call that Kimbo Slice's backyard because that would just be fucking just a brawl there every night, and the cops would just like wait and like, all right, next guy, like they were right there. They're like, dude, I didn't need to check the cameras. I'm like looking at you from my office.
Yeah.
So fucked.
Really selling it to people. It's a great holiday destination.
Yeah,
so very family friendly. Yeah, great spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Noosa in the summer or like a break.
I feel like anywhere
Housing
else,
prices plummet.
I feel like any other beach along the sunny coast is better.
100%.
Yeah, and people. No one goes to those beaches around the national park like Granite and like Tea Tree Bay. Like they're fucking so good. Like dessert. One of them's I think it's even Granite. One's the nudist beach.
Yeah,
you would.
And real good.
You was about to say really good nudist beach.
No, really good set.
As far as nudist beats go,
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, it's funny as fuck. Well, yeah, Noosa. If you're listening from Noosa,
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
also dog shit footy club.
Dude, and another thing that I noticed is it's all AFL up there. Like there's
Really?
just like 90% of the local kids play AFL.
Yeah, because
They
they
have
have
no
surfing fucking idiots.
Yeah, they don't have ticker. Yeah,
They don't
exactly.
have
That's
ticker.
what I was gonna say.
They don't have ticker.
Yeah.
And then the ones that play for the rugby club, you're way too up yourselves. Come down and play in the Brisbane comp, and you probably be playing third grade.
Yeah.
Like,
Dealing with
Hey,
me.
don't
not that
talk
cool.
shit about third grade, mate.
nah, there's
You gotta
nothing
deal
wrong.
with
With,
lodge,
You play
dude.
6th grade, dude.
there's nothing wrong with playing third grade. I'm just saying, there's some clubs up at the sunny coast that think they are the fucking bees now.
Does Noosa have a club?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
do.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
We
And they're so up.
Lads, Australian Autumn is here, and luckily the sponsor of today's podcast, Manscaped, are here to make sure the leaves are falling off your tree as smoothly as possible. Their 4th generation performance package, which includes their signature Lawnmower 4.0, has all the tools equipped to keep you calm and collected through all weather uncertainty.
Yeah, look, Das, that is certainly true. Fellas, footy season is upon us as well. We
Thank
have all
God.
4
Thank
codes
God.
coming back. And of course, you want to have your package on full display when you're having a shower afterwards.
Absolutely.
So what's better? Get your Manscaped out. Make your little fella a little bit proud. The boys might even have a look and go, tell you what, nice cock. She's
Nice
looking a lot
cock.
better this year.
Yeah, can finally see it.
Yeah, exactly. Can finally see it in between all the bushes. Ladies as well. Look, I'm sure you guys could use it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure you guys do nude showers.
It's a great
too
tool.
afterwards,
The Lawnmower
so-
4.0 is
Exactly.
unbelievable.
Everyone can use the Lawnmower 4.0. You got to look good in the change rooms afterwards. You got to start asserting authority on who has the nicest looking cock.
And your performance package will also come with a weed whacker to keep your ear and nose hair under control, crop preserver, crop reviver, everything you need. You'll be sorted for autumn.
It is nice having a nice smelling crotch. So, look, it is time to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com, where you can get 20% off free shipping with the code BBB20. That's capital letters as well, because we are capital blokes. Always remember, lads, when you trim the weeds, the tree stands taller.
Exactly right. We've been saying it from day dot.
Bloody oath we have. Mine's just not that tall.
We had a ref there one time, and in the first 5 minutes, he pulled his calf. It's the only game I've ever had to rotate the ref.
I've only had that
so
once.
good.
We played against Taylor Bridge in under 14s or 15s. And this bloke, Sammy Hayward, did a clearance kick. He was our 10. But his kicks were so wayward. They'd either be awesome
Sam
or it was just
Wayward.
like, it'd be like, where's this ball going? And he's just done this hard as fuck kick. He had the biggest ass in the world
Yeah,
as well.
the
So had
engine
a
room.
huge engine.
You'd have
big
to,
boom.
yeah.
Fast.
And he just kicked it as hard as he could, and it's gone straight into the back of the ref's head. Knocked him out cold. And we were like, the dude was just like, and we were like, holy fuck. And he came to after a couple of minutes, and he's like, all right, captains, come over, please. All right, so for the game, we're like, bro, we're like
You're
20 minutes
fucked.
into the second
You're the
half.
HIA guy, like asking the ref, like,
It was so fucked.
I just had a HA for me, so
yeah, he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, it was
I'm
so
setting myself
I'm
up.
going home.
So
good luck, cunts.
But yeah, no, it's cooked. Now, as this is a bit of a dirty merger sort of podcast, the boys had a little segment that they do on their after party podcast that we're bringing over.
Yeah, we wanted to bring it to you, mate, and like because it is very much all inclusive. You definitely have got some dogs in the fight, I'd say.
Yeah.
And basically, we want to try to celebrate the more feral side of sport, and the way that we describe that over at the after party is fucking you're a full-time pisshead with a footy problem.
Yeah.
And we've had some absolute scorchers coming through. We obviously had
Legit
Bailey's.
klutzy.
Yeah. And me as well. And so we fucking
more Connor than me.
we already a little bit. Jeez. But we fucking had Bailey Smith one week, obviously, with some incidents there. Then we had Craig Gow last week, just the
Yeah.
most bent golf day that's
Yeah.
ever fucking
Yeah.
ensued.
I don't
you
think we'll ever like find one that's more like
No.
just
He's our
just so
godfather.
Yeah.
like he ticks every box.
If
like
you,
he
if you haven't
really
heard
did it
about
all.
it, go and listen to these guys' podcast from last week. It's fucking gnarly if you haven't heard the story.
Yeah, I'd give it a whirl because it's just fucking horrific.
But
Literally,
he's like
hard
the
to believe.
peak of
Yeah,
like that's like the
he's our
standard
favourite.
who we're gonna compare everyone against.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like until someone can outdo him, which I don't know if that's possible, if someone in the past or someone yet to do something, you know, he's our guy. He's at the top of the list.
He's the caliber.
Yeah.
But this week we fucking we've gone abroad, and we've gone to somewhere where Klutzy actually fucking enjoys the most, the NFL, or not
Fucking
actually so
bang.
much with this guy.
Man, no,
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
This guy flopped out.
Well, basically, fucking our piss head with a footy problem this week was fucking Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
and
shout out to him.
And for those that don't know, and Das was sort of inclusive of this at the start, was basically he was like the most jet college quarterback that the fucking world has seen.
Yeah.
He was a Heisman Trophy winner, immediately first pick of the Browns, like ready to fucking rock, dude. Like everyone, like the Browns were excited. A lot of dark days.
Bro, he had like a couple of incidents towards the end of his college career where people were like, maybe he's just too much of a party boy. And I'm pretty sure my favourite thing about why he got drafted was that the owner walked past like a homeless dude in the street. And the dude was like, you got to pick Johnny Manziel. And then Johnny Manziel was like, you got to pick me if I'm there. And basically the owner took like a homeless person's word. He's like, if this
was
dude is
Manziel.
saying this, he's like, the city wants this.
Oh,
Like,
bro.
And he's going to be a thing.
Well,
And yeah.
So why I think Manziel is like really like perfect for this kind of week here is like he had quotes in college where he was like, the piss helped me get to that level. Like my ego when I would get on the piss, like he was like, dude, I'd go and smash like 10 natty lights and like I would just be treated as this god that there's no way I could go out on Sunday or Saturday when they play and not come up with the goods. Like I'd already talked the shit on the piss the week before. Like I had to come correct, and for it to keep going, I have to keep putting up numbers. So he was like
Fucking
fueled by the
Fuck.
band.
Imagine that head noise, like waking up and be like, holy fuck, I've got to go and play fucking footy.
Dude. And like to preface this as well, like he is the biggest trust fund baby of all time. So he does not need football.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this is
yeah.
just a fucking
he
pastime.
was
to
just
the
having
cunt.
fun, man. He was
Number
just
one player in the
enjoying
country though, like
Yeah.
out of control.
it. Yeah.
Yep. So basically, we do want to pinpoint like an exact story where probably he peaked as a pisshead with a footy problem, but he actually beat the footy problem with this act. You know, he got over the footy problem.
Yeah.
So basically, he had a concussion in 2015, and it was like going into week 16, 17. So end of the season, they were trash. They weren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yep, we'll rest Johnny for week 16." He obviously still required to be there. He's their number one pick, like their main guy.
Yeah.
He finished the run-throughs on Saturday, 12 o'clock, and he was like, I can charter a jet to Vegas. I'll get there because it's West Coast time. I gain 3 hours, so I'm actually making time. So I'll get there by like 2 p.m. at the latest. I'll gamble till 6, and then I'll catch a flight back and be back by 10, not realizing that you then lose those 3 hours that you fucking gained, dude. You're like fucking Marty McFly, like time traveling. So he gets there, and then he's like, obviously what we would all do, like when we're drinking with our mates, goes out to dinner. Oh, bro, let's just go out. Like, we'll sort it. You're not playing, bro. Like, is it really that?
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Also, the people around Johnny Manziel have to be just horrific. They're going like, let's fucking rock, man.
Yeah. So he put on like this like fake mullet, and like he had like a bit of a beard, shaved his beard that left the mustache. He's at like a blackjack table. They're like, yeah, can we see your ID? And he's like, yeah, sure. Gives him the ID. The dealer's just like, and this is you? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, hold up. Just like walks over to the other dealers. He's like, it's fucking Johnny Manziel. He's obviously done.
He's like in disguise, dude.
Yeah.
So funny.
And apparently like the story that came out is like he was on the TV at one of the casinos in the sports book, and the dealer's like, so you're saying that that's you, like right now, basically, you're the fake ID of Johnny Manziel, or that's you. Like either way, you shouldn't be here. What kind of fucked him is he was at dinner. It was like a 10 grand like fee. Always like shit gun made. So like, yeah, all right, cheers, Johnny, you got this. He's like, oh fuck, bro, I can't sign. I can't use my credit card. Like I'm gonna get done. Yeah. So they're like, he's like, can I just have this for free? They're like, no chance.
He asked to comp.
Yep. And then so basically, obviously got caught because the game came around and he was still in Vegas. And all right, Johnny, you're done.
Yeah. So the thing about this is like, you could easily compare it to like Dennis Rodman. If anyone's seen The Last Dance where he's gone over his huge Vegas trip or whatever. But like the thing that we've actually realised within pissheads with a footy problem is that they're always doing this at the wrong fucking time. This is his first year, absolutely wigging out, and he's gone to Vegas in a disguise. There's full photos of him everywhere. He's fucking signing 10K checks and shit, and then not rocking up for the fucking footy game the next day.
Hell.
He just fell off a cliff, man. He could have been anything and everything. And it's just fucking...
It's fucked. And now he's in a league, and we've been laughing about this. Is that he's in this league now. It's like a second div, like sort of promotional fucking thing for a bottom grade, like bottom feeder NFL shit. And it's like...
No, it's not even that, but it's
on like a basketball court, essentially. Yeah, right. But they've got fan picks.
It's called FCF.
And so you at home choose what Johnny Manziel his next play is.
You like vote in
like Madden.
Yeah. That's how they fucking market it. They're like, you like Madden? You like football? Where's fucking fan-controlled football?
Oh my god! So Clutzy's at home blind as fuck, just choosing some stupid play.
Like
Johnny Manziel runs it.
Exactly. Yeah. And every time he runs, like obviously Manziel, he does what the fuck he wants. You suggest, and then Manziel will ultimately make the decision.
That's so fucked.
But Klutz, I'd say probably you would be a bigger victim of this, but has there ever been a moment where you have like known footies the next day, training or anything, maybe even when it was a bit more serious for you, and you were like,
every fucking
fuck it.
I was going to say last weekend.
But when you cared a bit more, it was like actually a bit dicey, like you shouldn't have done it.
I used to go to the Ree every single Wednesday. When like my first year out of school, I was still sort of taking footy semi-seriously. And we used to go to the Ree every Wednesday, and I'd just get fucking written off. And I'd rock up to training on the Thursday, and I'd just be so fucking shit.
Yeah, alright.
I'm just like, oh my God, I suck. Like, what am I doing? Actually, the reason why I stopped playing footy seriously is because I had a big day. In 2014, we had this dude come across, and he's like our Colts coordinator. I'd done the entire preseason from fucking like September or October. Like we had a real early preseason did the entire preseason up until February, doing like Prem Colts and Colts 1 shit. And I bought tickets to a festival, to Future Music Festival.
The festivals always come mid-season.
Bro, we had a trial match against Uni, and like a few of us had let this dude know weeks beforehand. Like we were like, hey man, like we're not going to be able to do the Uni trial because we got tickets to this festival.
Yeah.
And then it came to the week, and he's like, you dropped to Colts 2, which is like the lowest Colts at the time. And I was like, what? And he's like, mate, you're because I wasn't going to play that day because it was the same day as the trial. And I was like, sorry, what? And he goes, you're choosing a music festival over football. Like we need people who are committed.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're doing this. And it was like our first or second trial of the year, or last trial of the year. That's it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I told you about this months ago, bro. Like I bought these tickets ages ago, and I've like let you know. Like this is just like
you could have told me on the day that I told you, and I would have not done any preseason.
Yeah. 100%.
And I was like,
the festival
oh my god. And then he's like, yeah, man, you dropped. You're gonna have to work your way back up. I went to the
work your way back up.
And then I was like, fuck it.
I worked your way down.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
So I ended up buying a ticket to this Mara Sportsman's lunch the day before and had a massive fucking day. Brought Snooze along with me, who also got dropped. And it was like, the bunch of us that got dropped, we look at it now and we're like, the only one that ever went back to playing serious footy was Treg.
Yeah, who was a freak.
He was a freak.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us ended up playing Colts 2 that year. And it was the first time that I'd ever not played in like the top team or around like the top teams for footy, like ever.
Yeah.
Like, man, I went from fucking in school in year 12, I was like doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for school. I was doing like rep training on a Monday night, like all that sort of shit. I'm fucking playing Saturday, playing Sunday, did that all throughout school. And then for me to then get this like realization that I can still play footy and have fun.
Yeah.
But I can get fucking blind.
It's taken me 25 years to realise this.
And isn't it a great thing?
It is good. I got kicked out of fucking Reds 20s for going to the Mecca races.
The Mecca races captain or some shit as well.
Yeah, I was fucking murdering it. But then we rocked down to fucking Ballymore, and like I'm walking in thinking like I was like captain ready to rock for like that Brisbane South North, like the best Colts and fucking everything or whatever. Yeah. But the thing was that I didn't realise, I can't again name because they're all fucking playing it for the Reds. But they did well. I fucking suffered. But they all went to training at like 4. And they were all dickless.
So after the races,
they were like, we're still going to train. So they basically like all went through, and somehow they were apparently like fucking Sam Wayward and just kicking refs in the head and shit, like rigging out. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not going. And then rock up, Skipper, and they're like, no, I can't. There's no way. You just
did they tell you they were going to go to training? Or did they squeeze you out?
They did. No, they fully did. And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Like that we're comparing Klutz's like Colts and Future Music to Reds under 20s. To be fair though, you chose Mecca races, which is so shit.
Not worth it. I was 18, just won a premiership. Don't give a fuck. I thought I was on top of the world.
At 18, the Mecca races were the best thing in the whole world.
So. Yeah, 100%.
You sort of have this realization at one point, and you're like, I'm never going to crack it. Well, for me, I'm never going to crack it. I might as well just have fun.
That would be with soccer. Like after school, you played so hard for so long.
But fuck, I put some weight on, man. I think I went from like 90 kilos to 115 in the space of like 2 months.
There's no going back either.
And then I was just like,
that's
fuck
you now.
And we had this fucking ripper team as well. Just having the best time, getting fucking blind all the time. My first year of grades, every Friday I'd go to the Newey. Because at one point I had this idea that if I feel shit the next morning and I have to play footy at 9 o'clock, I'm not that upset about it because the only thing I'm thinking about is getting to the end of the game. So I'm not overthinking plays and shit. I had a great season. And then I tried to keep doing that, and I was just like, I'm getting slower. I'm getting shitter. I'm just going to play Friday night 6th grade.
Yeah, that's why the fucking Maroons aren't punishing 48 blokes every fucking hour.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
But I think that's like the essence of the pisshead with a footy problem is like, I'm not going to jeopardize me having fun in my pisshead career for my footy. Like, I'm not going to risk, like,
the footy is the
footy
problem.
getting in their way.
Footy is a vehicle to getting on the piss.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And for Johnny Manziel, it's a fucking jet.
Literally, it's literally a jet to
I'd
Vegas.
cut my fucking everything. I'd be a torso to be that cunt.
And he's doing all right because he's just riding on the fact, like as you said, I think his parents are ballers, but he's also just riding on the fact that he's a Heisman winner and he once played in the NFL, so he can go around and just get free beers from at any pub in the South.
Slam poon.
Fuck yeah.
Right, should we get into the froths?
Yeah, we should.
Just before we do, I wanted to say that we're going to have new merch coming out hopefully next Friday. So if you're listening to this, it'll be next Friday, which the date will be what?
The second.
No way.
No, bro.
The 8th.
The 8th.
Yep, the 8th.
Freddie
Hopefully.
and the 8th.
Hopefully.
Fuck off, Freddie, dog.
There was heaps of froths this week, and I've just looked, and I've only saved like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them.
Yeah.
Which seems like not enough, so I don't know how that happened, but I was just about to say there's heaps, but anyway, we'll see how we go.
Give him heaps.
T.
Yeah, g'day boys. It's fucking Barefoot Bandit. Just listening to the few of the old potties and just realising we don't know a lot about the ocean. Then I thought, we've been to the fucking moon. We know more about space than we do about the fucking ocean. We've been to the moon, but we've never been to the bottom of the ocean.
Talk me through that.
Now just let that one fucking sink in.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, boys.
It's an ongoing argument we're having.
It's the power. It's the power of the ocean, the atmospheric pressure, and all that sort of shit underneath it.
The ocean's fucking terrifying.
Wild, dude.
It's fucking scat,
Is the bottom the deepest? Someone asked me this, and I had no idea how to answer. Is the deepest point in the ocean further away from the closest point of the moon on the surface?
Probably.
Fuck no. No.
Do you know what I'm
guys
saying?
are dumb as shit. Pretty sure the bottom of the ocean's like maximum 13 kilometres.
No, fuck no, bro.
Wait, pull it up, Jamie. I'm telling you, it's got to be.
But it's like a whole
to
planet.
The moon. Wait, I was sorry to bag up my own co-host here. Sorry for bringing him. But fuck me, mate. They got a spaceship that takes like 5 days to get to the moon, mate.
Yeah, you're right.
It's 13.
2.3 miles.
Wait, how many k's?
The average ocean depth is 3.7 kilometers.
We want the deepest.
No, the very deepest point.
Not the average. We don't ask for the average.
Yeah, because I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of the core of the earth is the bottom of the ocean. That's what I'm thinking right now.
I don't know, bro. If you've seen Godzilla, like you're pretty much onto something there because he lives in like the bottom of the ocean is the core of the earth.
Yeah, exactly. It always is a deeper point. Like it kind of has to be at some point.
Dude, don't.
Did we get an answer? Because
we definitely know more about space than the ocean. That's for sure.
Yeah. Fuck.
Moving on.
Yeah. He didn't really ask anything either. He's like, the moon.
It's true, though.
Boys, the Mirranvale Mudskipper here, and I've got an absolute head fuck of a question. Why does your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth? Is there no fucking gravity in your mouth? What is doing? So yeah.
You can't tell me that you didn't like notice that your tongue was resting against the roof of your mouth when you heard that.
Yeah. I've had a couple of, so I was sort of sitting like this. Like,
hanging out of my mouth.
Gravity's
I can feel like if I'm going like this, I can feel that I have to do it. Like,
you see,
while it's resting, it's on the roof.
See, I've got an explanation for mine. I fucking got the thing at the bottom of your tongue, like the fucking string. I suppose.
Yeah.
Mine got cut as a baby, so I can't poke my tongue out.
What? Wait, that's bullshit. Let's see.
Sorry to any of my fucking past and future lovers. Because
is this true? Are you fucking with me right now?
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, like, if I'm going down there, it's not really cursive. It's more fucking full stops and commas. So,
Morse code, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And all she's reading is fucking SOS. Can't get me out of here. Because,
you'd be so shit at the haka.
Yeah, well, the doctor told my mum, she was like, oh, like the worst thing that's going to happen is you fucking like won't be able to fucking lick ice cream. But they forgot to fucking mention box, man. It was absolutely fucked, I'm telling you.
So who cut it?
Some fucking dude with a degree, apparently.
Yeah, it's a thing
he
that
fucked me
happens.
up.
I don't know why.
I went to the dentist and she was like, how the fuck do you breathe? You're like a pug. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It explains a lot.
It's just my tongue.
Fucking hell.
I hope that answers that question.
Dude, I don't know, Fuck. I'm with you now.
Clutch and Das, Skid Mark Steve here. Just currently up in Ravenshoe, up in North Queensland, coming up for a music festival, but I'm a bloke who lives in Melbourne, and got to Cairns yesterday, went to this bar. Fuck, I wouldn't believe it. Bloke on a bar, on tap. Fuck, my God. Never have I ever enjoyed so many blokes down my throat. Jesus Christ, lived up to the absolute expectations everyone's been raving on about. You know what's even fucking better? This call's off a fucking free phone. My first one ever. How about it? Anyway, love the podcast. Thought I'd let you know, but fucking you guys are winning. Bloody keep up the good work. Klutz, Das, yous are fucking weapons. Anyway, don't piss the sheets, give 'em heaps.
You Skid Mark
Thank
Steve.
you, Skid Mark Steve.
Skid Mark
That's
Steve.
great.
We're sending Telstra broke one free phone call.
We've got a mission.
Is that
Yeah.
100 reverse?
no,
So
they're
you
just
can go
free
to
now, bro.
You know the pay phones?
Yeah.
They're now free phones.
Oh, what?
You don't have to pay for them,
Bro,
bro.
I used to always do that. I didn't have a phone for like 2 years out of high school. I'd just lose it. And I would always be like, yo, Danny, call me back in a second. Like, 1-800 reverse. Like my mates. Fuck up there, Bill.
Payphones are legit free now. So we were
true.
saying the other day, we reckon the number for the podcast is probably the most called number out of any number
any-
'cause
on
no one
Telstra
really has to.
payphones.
Dude, it would have to be because
We,
like
we
if,
get
if-
10 a week.
bro, if you're really like putting it like I walk through the fucking valley to get to work, dude. Homeless dudes have fucking iPhone 13s
Yeah,
now and
who's
shit.
using a payphone?
It's got to be
They
fucking
literally had to make them
frothies.
free. Yeah.
It's got to be frothies or fucking someone in a really dark position.
Andy. Andy on the beach.
Was that what I
Yeah.
was
Of high
Why the
school.
fuck didn't
New
that
Year's-
happen when I was
Yeah.
running it up, dude?
Yeah.
Andy at New Year's.
His head punched in it, though. So.
G'day, gentlemen. It's the Sheriff here. Just got a bit of a query for you today. The word naked, Naked, pronounced naked. But the word baked, spelled pretty much the same way, Baked. Why is it not pronounced baked? Conspiracy theory, maybe? Who knows? Don't piss the sheets and give them fucking heaps.
Fuck, I don't know, bro.
This guy sounds like he might be a bit baked.
The sheriff. We love the sheriff. Dude, I don't know, like,
Nate.
there'd be some fucking weird English description about it that'd just be like, yeah, like,
If it's a B, the A carries a longer,
Yeah.
We keep getting asked random English ones as well, and we're clearly not the most.
people are trying to explain it. We're like, yeah, man, that sounds right.
Dude, call Dr. Carl or some shit. It's not this show.
What was the one from last week that was like, oh, why are you in a car but you're on a plane? And we were both here just like, oh.
Didn't you guys cop the fucking one? I actually started up an office fight with one of your guys' topics. It was like if you're wearing pants, like if it
Yeah,
like,
a pair of pants.
and you just own one pant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know,
English just fucks, bro. Like,
bro,
I don't
like-
know who came up with it, but
Dude,
that cunt is cool.
and we whinge about like fucking people that can't speak English.
Yeah.
And we're like, bro, you're like rocking both languages. Ours one's cooked.
And also, when we speak it, we're like, we don't even
mate.
fucking say it properly.
Man, imagine me overseas.
Yeah,
Like I sound
yeah.
like a fucking
Bro,
incinerator.
when I was in America,
Sound like
I was trying
Brian
to
off a
say
cigarette
stuff, and they were like, "Can you just like slow down and talk again, please?" I'm
Yeah.
like,
Talk again,
yeah. And I was like, "Fuck, I don't really talk that quickly as it is."
No, you talk slowly, but it's just the thickness of the
time.
accent.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll just repeat myself. How are you, cunt?
I need fucking subtitles.
Now, I just lost my spot. I don't know if this is the same one or the next one, so bear with me.
Hey boys, Big Daddy Freeze here, expert in all things heating and or cooling. Just in regards to your chat on episode 100 about feels like and actual temperature. Just like the ocean, mate, we don't know enough about the human body. Little test you can run when you're sitting in the Caxton neck. You feel the top of the table and then feel the metal leg. And they'll feel like they're different temperatures. But they're not, mate. They're the same. Just a little trick you can do. It's just fuck. Can't explain it. But yeah. Courses. That's as fast. Living you learn.
How can you prove they're the same temperature though?
Oh, bro,
That
I don't
can't
know.
be true.
So what you're
Doesn't
saying,
metal-
when I go to a public fucking toilet up the Sunshine Coast where there's
Noosa.
no fucking toilet lid, and I've just got to sit my bare ass on metal while taking a shit.
Like you're in a prison.
Yeah.
That's the same temperature as everything else I'm feeling.
that's no
Because
shit.
my rectum is not feeling the same fucking temperature. I am struggling and I'm bouncing up and down on the fucking shitter.
Yeah,
Dude.
you could not convince me of that. Even if you had
Doesn't
a thermometer, I'd
fucking
be like,
metal
fuck
like
off.
conduct heat and
Yeah,
shit
I don't
more
know,
than
man.
But the way he said it, where he's like, but it is, like,
Yeah.
I believe him. Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
argue with, like,
I'm not arguing with him. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
This is the
Also-
thing with the frothies. Like, you could fucking just make a whole
Oh,
generation of blokes dumber.
It's also like
Yeah.
our podcast, like we're all about just making outlandish statements and not having absolutely no theory.
I don't want to
back
know
them
the
up.
truth because
Yeah.
then, yeah,
As he
it
said,
does
horses
feel
for
colder.
courses.
It does feel
He's
noticeably
definitely
colder.
Baker to
Yeah. Horses for courses. Some like entrees, some like mains.
fucking oath.
Hey, Frothies, just got a quick fun fact for you. Did you know there's more planes in the ocean than there is submarines in the sky? Proves we know more about the ocean than we do space. All right, have a good
true.
one. Don't piss the sheets. Give them fucking heaps.
It's not true that we know more about the ocean than space, though.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be too many submarines in space.
No, I don't think there'd be any submarines.
not that we
in the
fucking
sky.
know of.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe there is.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. We go back in history a bit. The Germans seem to be onto that, so maybe there's still some up there.
Mate,
We just don't know about
knows?
it.
If we're going fucking infinite, I reckon there's more up
Yeah,
there.
that's my thing.
But
Everyone's
where the fuck's
Well,
MH73?
spaceships,
You know what I
that's a
mean?
submarine. Like, that's
True.
the same fucking thing, a metal box.
Every-
like,
Yeah.
Everyone's
What
arguing-
is a submarine? It's just a fucking box on
Yeah,
the
it's a
water.
metal
cunt.
box.
Bro, it's like, I
You
see
shoot
a
that cunt in
submarine
space.
as
Are you
like
in
the
a submarine or on a submarine?
We all live in the yellow submarine. You're in it.
Yeah.
But I see a submarine as like the water version of a helicopter. How the fuck does that cunt work?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a helicopter should not fly.
Yeah.
How
Makes
does it
no
fly?
sense.
A
Yeah.
submarine, you're a big hunk of metal and you're just going to sink.
Yep.
How do you work, bro?
Yeah, where's the air come from?
How do you
Yeah.
work, bro?
Yeah,
Please talk to me.
where the air comes from is
Yeah.
holy fuck.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, man. I don't know enough about the ocean to tell you about how submarines work.
I reckon you
I'm
could
also
ease-
not a fucking engineer and shit.
I also reckon you could fucking fling one into space, but it'd be pretty gravy.
I reckon you'd be
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, I wonder if you had this power to get you up there, if you could physically survive in
a
space
submarine.
in a submarine. Surely, because it's the
Probably.
same
You'd
fucking
hope
thing.
so.
There's no
Yeah.
air.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Yeah.
no pressure can get in.
Reach out. Rock.
Maybe we just
Elon
solved.
Musk, do
yeah.
something about this.
Astronauts,
just invented
let us know.
Neil Armstrong.
All the
reach out.
astronauts
Do you
out
have
there.
many astronauts listening
Yeah,
to the
shitloads.
show?
So many. Number one
Big part of
podcast in
demographic.
space, actually, on the space
We
charts.
can't
we're
play
number one.
Neil Armstrong's calls because he's too fucking cooked everywhere.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want Stephen Hawking's.
G'day, fellas. It's the Grub here. And as always, I want to give a quick shout out to the Perisher perverts who were unable to field the team this week. Following last week's brawl where Captain Coach Freddie Freebody was caught allegedly squirrel gripping the opposition's hooker in the ruck. Now, we didn't win the match, but we definitely won the fight. So we'll get it next time. Anyway, I've got a quick money-making scheme for you this week because, let's be honest, getting out of bed some Monday mornings is as hard as trying to flick fly shit out of Pepper with a pair of boxing gloves on. What you want to do is go to the bank and get every fucking cent you've got and go to the one place on earth where dreams come true, and that's the fucking Kedron Wavell. Go in there, feed the pokies, and make fucking money. It's as easy as shitting in bed and kicking it out with your left foot. And this isn't financial advice. It's fucking straight facts. Now give them heaps.
Definitely not financial advice.
It's a good, yeah. I mean,
I love
it will
Kedron
work for
Wavell.
some people. For some people, that would guarantee work. For some people, not for everyone. You can't guarantee for everyone, but for some people,
Yeah,
that
for
would
some people, that would work.
guarantee work.
Definitely wouldn't work for me. I have
You
the
just have
worst
to hope.
luck on the cards.
Yeah.
There's also like so many. I know for a fact there's so many cunts listening that this like really doesn't matter regardless because it's going to fucking something horrific anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
How many
yeah.
paycheck to paycheck listeners do you
Yeah,
have?
yeah.
Fucking 98%.
Yeah.
So I reckon fucking
Two paycheck to paycheck hosts.
So you're two paycheck hosts.
Yeah. He's like, empty the bank account. That's $200. Dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, fuck.
Right, lads. I've got a fucking biz question for you, blokes. One of the boys, we're out in the valley, and he said to us he wears his undies inside out.
is that a normal thing for one of the boys to wear his undies inside out because he thinks it's fucking comfortable? I need a fucking opinion on this, please. Get it on the potty.
I'm just going to give you a really, really aggressive hang-up. All right? Hold on.
Got another paper.
That's becoming a thing. The Bundy dribbler started that last week.
Yeah.
Aggressive
He literally just called up. He's like, I love it when hearing people hang up, so I'm just going to slam this into the thing.
He just fucking sent it.
Just Gronk spikes it.
I think that's fucking scat.
So weird.
It's not that. Like, what if you do it on accident? That's fine. Like, something weird.
yeah.
But also, like, I've done it where I've run out of clean undies. So I'm like, it's better to just flip it inside out than like wear a dirty pair on the side.
Yeah, but I think he's saying it's comfier.
Yeah, he was saying
that's
it's
a bad
comfier,
take. Yeah,
which is fucking wrong because if you think about most clothing, the inside's fucking usually better than the out.
There's a reason that it's
and
that
also,
way.
like, what are you gonna do? Like, I was originally thinking maybe it's like a switch up at some point when you need it, but like, if the outside's in, there's no really like you're gonna shit.
There's a reason why there's balls.
But I reckon this would be actually a good question. It's like I don't think I'd know the difference. Like if we were to blindfold me and put my pair of undies on, inside, like fold it inside out or not, I would not.
Yeah, we'll do it for 5 days, and you just have at the end of the week see how many you get right.
Naked,
Yeah,
like all right, here we go.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. Yeah, I guess
it's like the Pepsi challenge.
I guess it really does.
Modern Pepsi challenge.
Yeah,
there's no way you'd know.
Yeah, but I guess it's just.
Is that how they like explain it to you when you're at school, like the weird brothers? Like it's just like the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And then you tell me if your undies inside out.
It just doesn't matter. I don't think. I actually, I can credit to him.
Yeah, what? I know Matty Johns likes to wear his shirts and shit inside out because the seams annoy him. How weird's that?
Yeah, that's too much fucking.
That's like OCD.
Too many fucking
OCD,
pingers.
ADHD,
and the tag as well can piss you
Yeah.
off sometimes.
Just cut it off.
Mate, I reckon that is skits.
Still coming
G'day,
down for the
boys.
Newcastle
Been the
win.
Traveller here. Just got a little question for you. Sort of sprung it on me when I'm driving in the car here. So I've got in contact with a mate from back home, and he said that we're finally in the same fucking state. So we thought, fuck it, we're getting on the beers. And I'm currently driving 6.5, 7 hours to go get on the fucking tins with him and just absolutely be a fucking menace and a grog monster. So I guess my question is, how far or what's the furthest you've driven or gone to go get on the beers with a mate? So anyways, boys, over and out. Tinder Traveller, see ya.
I'm going to include parties here.
Yeah.
Like 21st and shit.
Remember Post, that one at like Slickers or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That
Like
place was
broccoli and
fucked.
shit.
Yeah.
I went out
that was
past
the worst.
Kingaroy for Hixies.
Holy fuck.
I think
How
the
far is
long-
Kingaroy?
Like
A long way.
4 I'll tell
Further
you.
than
it was
Woomba?
further. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot further than that. Let's have a look here.
I've literally destroyed 2 of my Kia Cerados going to Airlie.
Fuck.
Was that one time when we went?
Yeah, I had like 6 cunts in it. Literally killed 2 of them. I like the best car to me on or off the market is
Kia Cerato.
Kia Cerato. I
Yeah,
can't wait
right.
for the 2032.
That's the most Uber car. I feel like that's the most common car you'll get for an Uber.
Yeah, and you know what they're fucking doing every day? Driving the fuck around.
Yeah.
It's like you get it for comfort, not looks.
Is that the one that had the Kobe shirt on the passenger seat?
Yeah, fucking rest in peace, him and the car.
Gone too soon.
Yeah.
I think the furthest I've gone is probably Woodgate then.
Yeah.
4.5
I'm trying to
hours.
think like just if someone's like come have a beer with me and I've like driven there.
The
Though.
longest I've done that is probably maybe Toowoomba.
Or like the coast maybe.
Yeah, Toowoomba's mine.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 hours. Is the
Actually,
longest I've ever
a
done.
couple of people asked this week if anyone had any really fucked up stories about like a walk home from a night out, and I left it off because we've said it before, but it's before I knew you guys were coming on. So I don't know if you have a story that springs to mind of like when you're walking home from a night out.
Oh, dude, I've got
Longest walk.
fucking feral one actually. Coming home from Splendor, because basically like what we did, like we were staying in like these
Yeah,
fucking like
in Byron or something.
demountables.
Yeah.
Like you remember when you go to school?
Yeah.
They were like those ones, like maybe half an hour outside. So we would get an Uber in, and then we'd get the fucking 2 a.m. bus home. And because you get to those fucking highways where there's no lights on the road, we would just fucking
Start walking.
We would think we've got the right one, and then it's just fucking like 4Ks when we are in pitch black, whizzing by,
God.
and you're just so rinsed out.
Yeah.
And me and my mate did like the second night in a row, jumped off
Cold
too early.
as well?
Oh, so fucking cold, mate. It wasn't fun. Anywho, and we're fucking walking along in the dark. We've known this one now at the back of our dick because we've done it last 2 nights. And then we're walking along and this bloke fucking pulls up beside us like to give us a lift. And it was the most like sketched out fucking car.
Serato.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck yeah, Kia
Get
Serato.
in,
Let's get it.
How much do you want for this?
Don't drive to Elliot. But yeah, we were just like walking along. So we get in the back, instantly doors lock. And he's like, where are you guys going? And we're like, oh fuck, here we go. And basically he just is, all he can talk about is fucking Splendor because he's been dropping people back and forth. And then he's consulting us about going and chopping this bloke in Byron, and he's just going like, yeah, so like, should I go to this bloke's house, rada, like, should I go over there? And we're just like, yeah,
dude, sounds good. Just drop us off first, please.
Just like fucking up there real quick, and he's like, do you guys want to come? And we're just like, nah, we're pretty fucking sweet, eh? And then we start getting like bit wiggy, bit fucking Bundy action going, so we're like, oh fuck, grabbing the handles and shit, and he's just getting sexual as it keeps going. And then we just eventually were like, yep, here's good.
We'll just jump out here, right?
We'll be fucking good.
That's
but like,
so cool.
I'd still fucking always hitchhike if need be, because like, mate, like if you think about like the reality of it, whoever's hitchhiking, you could probably beat the fuck
Bash
out
them.
of.
If there's 2 of you as well.
Yeah.
Unless they've got like
and
a
then
gun.
You get free kiss, right?
Unless they just lock you in the back seat of their car and they have guns.
The best way I could describe them is, have you ever seen like the movie Ted?
Yeah.
No.
It's like the guy that's like,
with the
he's like
Oh.
dancing in front of the fucking.
Yeah, no, that guy's creepy.
It's full on.
I'm out.
That guy's very creepy.
I think this might be the last
Conor
one.
Maroney's Hitchhiker's Guide to Splendor.
The final.
Got no race car.
The final call.
Hey boys, Sydney Stallion here. I'm looking for a bit of a fucking hand from Klutzy here.
Oh no.
I play soccer and we've had 15 games so far, and we're yet to fucking break the duck. We're sitting last with 0 wins. Not even fucking close to anything, mate. We need some words from you, Klutz. I need something to rev these boys up because we have fuck all. Maybe you're the only person who can fucking help us now, brother. Jeeps in your cheeks. Give him heaps. Give us a fucking win, maybe. Come on.
So to wrap up the pod.
All right, to wrap up the pod, all right, you're not playing soccer anymore, you're playing footy. You're going to go out there and you're going to fucking drop those cunts that you're playing this weekend. Play it like a game of footy. I want nice aggression, drop a few shoulders. I've never played soccer in my life, so I don't know the rules, but I do know this. Aggression always wins. Be the more aggressive team, be the more vocal team. And if that doesn't work, I don't really know what else is going to help you.
Mate, fucking shins on shins, wins on fucking wins. I reckon even just take the fucking pads off your shins and just show them who's boss.
Go some real UFC vibes.
Yeah, fucking
Just
Anderson
like-
Silva, snap your leg.
Leaves at the hips.
Exactly. But yeah, I think just aggression. Just get in there and just fucking go ham on the cunts. And at the end of the day, you don't sound like the typical soccer player, but the blokes you're going to come up against are fucking pussies. So go out there and just drop them and just be the dominant man. I believe in you and I believe in the boys. I think you're going to score 6 goals. Sportsbet's paying like $201 for you to do that, but I'm getting on it because I back you.
I'm getting on it too.
Yeah, we're all getting on it.
I'm going to leave that one. It seems like a bad bet.
Just be aggressive.
And at least if you get blown out again, at least they're feeling some pain for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
They're paying for the win. Like you win.
What sort of
Make
win are
them
you
earn it.
really after?
Yeah.
If you can make them scared of you for every time they come up against you, you're
That's
going
a
to win.
win. Yeah.
That's a win.
Buy a
Forfeit
bottle
to
of
win.
fucking Southern Comfort peach and give it to the fellas beforehand. And
Really rev them up.
just, and just get into their childhood trauma or some shit and just dig in.
Fucking oath. I think that's it.
I think that is it too. Thanks for coming on, boys.
Yeah, cheers,
Hey,
guys. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for fucking having us. If you got around it, go check us out.
Yeah,
the After Party
Friday night.
podcast.
Sure.
After Party Podcast on all good platforms, guys. So, yeah, thanks to the boys for jumping on. Thanks, everyone, for listening. As Dar said, hopefully we'll have some shit coming out next Friday, so get ready for that. We'll be posting about that during the week. Just depends on if China wants to release these hats to us.
We're supposed to be
or not.
coming. We're supposed to be getting it from our supplier next week, so we'll just get it out as soon as we can.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Depends when we get it.
Exactly. But yeah, as always, guys, chips in your cheeks and give them fucking heaps.
Bye.
Bye.